Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Late Night Show with Chico and Reniel, the talk show where we delve into the fascinating world of language acquisition and learning. I'm your host, Jigzad de la Peña, and joining me tonight is my co-host, Reniel Ladera, and we have an incredible lineup of guests tonight who will shed light on the principles and theories of language acquisition and learning.
That's right, Jacob. We got a fantastic show in store for you today. So I bet you're all excited to meet our lovely guests and performers. But before anything else, let us first be entertained with a dance performance by Gang Gangs.
Que se llama de apellido Gregorio, que la fuga de bandera del mundo. Se revela de todos los amigos, Macarena tiene un nombre que se llama la fuga de Gregorio, y era de la Dale tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, cuerpo pagado de alegría y no saberá. Dale tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, Macarena. Dale tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, cuerpo pagado de alegría y no saberá. Dale tu cuerpo alegría Macarena. Tiene un pueblo que se llama de apellido Gregorio, que la fuga de bandera del muchacho, se revela de todos los amigos. Macarena tiene un nombre que se llama de apellido Gregorio, que la fuga de bandera del muchacho, se revela de todos los amigos. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, dale a tu cuerpo alegría Macarena,
Wow, what a, you know, what an amazing performance, gangs.
So what a nice performance both brought to you by Gang Gang. So without further ado, let's get started with our very first set of guests. They are renowned experts in the field of linguistics and language acquisition. Please give a warm welcome to GBPJ and Sigmund Freud Jr.
So, good evening, Mr. Sigmund Freud and GBPJ. So it's an honor to have you both with us today.
So how are you doing today, GBPJ and Mr. Sigmund Freud Jr.? Wow, so everything is feeling great and good. So first, I have one question for you, Missy J. So are you ready for your question? Are you ready?
Yeah.
So, ready. So this is just a simple question. So please, GBPJ, what are the important contributions of your father in the field of language acquisition and learning? So your father is John Piche, right?
So, as you all know, my father has been very dedicated to his job, and even until his last breath. Oh, he got the word. Anyway, so development of my father became a gateway to understand how children express their understanding of how the world works through the four stages, namely the sensory motor stage, pre-operational thinking, comfort operational thinking, and lastly the formal operational thinking.
So, what are emotional insights with GVPJ?
So how about you, Mr. Sigmund Freud's son, Sigmund Freud Jr.? So, so here's your question. So what are the important contributions of your father in the field of language acquisition and learning?
Hello. Thank you, Miss Jico. I am a Hello. Thank you, Miss Jico and Renil. I am a son of Sigmund Freud. My name is Sigmund George Jr. My father was the Australian ecologist and the founder of the psychoanalysis and a clinical method for treating a psychopath and psychopathology through dialogue between patient and psychologists. He developed influence theories about the human mind, so including the concept of the unconscious, the ego, and the super ego. So as well as defense mechanism, so my father works had to profound impact on the fields of the psychology and psychomystery. So thank you.
So, how are you now feeling cold? So, still emotional. How about you, Sigmund George Jr.?
Still handsome.
Good. So much of a fascinating insight, GVPJ and Sigmund George Jr. Now let's take a quick break for a word from our sponsor. Don't go away, folks, for we have more exciting guests and discussions ahead. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break.
Welcome back to the late night show with Chico and Raniel. We hope you're enjoying the show so far. So now it's time to introduce our next guest, the one and only daughter of B.F. Skinner. Please give a warm welcome to DJ Skinner.
So I like your outfit. So brown. So DJ Skinner, we are very delighted that you have accepted our invitation for this episode. So could you tell our viewers about a bit of the importance of your father's contribution in the field of language acquisition and learning?
So, his views and language is essentially a set of learned habits, and linguistic development is a product of environment and social interaction. So that's all.
So thank you, KJ Skinner. Your insights are valuable. So now we have got another exciting guest lined up for you. She is a cognitive psychologist who has conducted groundbreaking research on language development. Please welcome Leslie Halliday.
So, Miss Halliday, how are you feeling?
I'm good. Thank you.
Are you sure?
Yes.
So, you're good. 50-50. So, I have one question, another question, one question for the same with you. I have with the other guest. So we are very pleased to have you today. So, could you tell us what are the important contributions of your father in the field of language acquisition and learning?
Okay, so good evening to the both of you. Thank you for inviting me to your show. So my father was a prominent linguist known for his contribution in the field of languages. He has a lot of theories, but one of the most I like is the systematic factional linguistic theories, in which he explores on how language functions in different contexts. His theories have been influential in the study of language acquisition. So, because he provided a framework he provided a framework for understanding on how children learn to use their language to express themselves and to interact with others, and that's it.
So thank you, Leslie Halliday. So your father's work is truly inspiring. So be back after this short commercial break. Stay tuned.
Hindi, yung puro Nescafe Classic. Bunga ng 100% puro at natural. Kape-kape ang lasa at aroma para 100% gising ang isip, katawan at diwa. Good food para sa pamilya ko. Dito na lasa 100% puro at natural. Para sa masobrang alaga. Para sa may bigay na masobra, Tabasco Crackers. May masobra na special ka.
So welcome back, everyone. It's been an enlightening show so far, and we're thrilled to have our guests back with us. So for our last two guests for this evening, let us welcome Pearl Pavlov and Lisa Long.
So both of you, you look so gorgeous tonight.
Thank you.
So Pearl Pavlov. So we're delighted to have you on the show. So could you tell our viewers a bit about the important contribution of your father in the field of language acquisition and learning?
So, good evening, everyone. So, my father is Ivan Pavlov, was a Russian physiologist and known for his work on classical conditioning. So, classical conditioning is a type of learning where a neutral thing becomes linked to a reaction by being paired with something that naturally causes that reaction. So my father conducted experiments with dogs, and my father conducted experiments with dogs wherein he paired a neutral stimulus, which is the bell, and with a natural response, which is the salivation to food. So my father called this process as a classical conditioning, and it laid the foundation on understanding how associations impact behavior.
So that's very great theory or experimentation and practical conditioning. So, Miss Liza Snow, so how are you feeling?
I'm feeling great.
Great, sure. So, thank you for accepting the invitation. I thought you were going to absent today.
No, it's really my pleasure. I'm not like my father.
Oh, great. So that's good. So could you tell us what are the important contributions of your father in the field of language acquisition and learning?
So, as you all know, my father is John Locke, and he made a huge contribution, especially in the field of language acquisition and learning. For his ideas centered on the experiential learning, wherein a child can develop his or her language through their sensory experiences, their association, and also with the environment. And also his diverse philosophy laid a foundation in modern theories of language acquisition that influence the educational practices and also on how we understand and our understanding in language development.
So thank you, Pearl, Pablo, and Louise a lot. So let's take one commercial break.
Energize with Milo every day and Duke Champ moves like James. Start your day the champion way. Happy energy, energy, happy energy gathering. Milo every day. Milo every day. With complete balanced meals, beat energy gathering. Milo every day. Milo every day. Drink Milo every day and help beat energy gap like a champ.
So, good evening everyone. Welcome back to the late night show with Renel, Jekyll, and Renel. So, it's been a very fun, engaging evening since we have encountered different daughters of our famous psychologists in the field of the language acquisition and learning. So, we are thrilled to have our guests back with us. So, Jimmy Gajay, Segmentor Jr., Stevie Skinner, Natalie Halliday, Pearl Pablo, and last but not the least, Liza Law. So thank you for being part of this insightful conversation.
It's our pleasure.
So what can you say about the segment? So are you all feeling okay or any remorse?
I'm still
Thank you, George. So what a stimulating discussion for this evening. Unfortunately, we're out of time for today. So but we hope you've enjoyed this episode of the late night show together with Jekyll and Renel as much as we have.
So thank you to our wonderful guests and thank you for our audience for joining us. Remember the principle and theories of language acquisition and learning and continue to shape our understanding of this incredible communication journey. Until next time, keep exploring the depth of language and learning. Goodbye, everyone.
So before we end this show, we have a final performance from our very own Hamburg dance crew.
Let's see. Gracias.
Babae.
Oh, girls.
video.
Smile, smile. So, you can go smile.
Lipa ng uban.